no matter what. I'm feeling great.
Welcome back, viewers, to our meditation special series, In Light of Knowledge. Last time we closed with restrictions. We found out that there are really no restrictions if we follow the spiritual path. We are not restricted to wearing a particular kind of color, and we don't have to alienate ourselves from our family or friends. So let us continue further, and today we're going to look at the difference between prayer and meditation. And once again, to guide us on this series, we have with us in our studio today, Dr. Donika. Welcome, Dr. Donika, to the show.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
You guided us into a very nice meditation in the last episode. And one thing that came to my mind was normally, from our childhood, we are taught to pray with our eyes closed, even when we go to the temples, or whether it be, a mosque or a church. We normally feel that we have to close our eyes to be able to connect with God. But in your guided meditation last time, you said to keep the eyes open. And the reasoning you gave for that was also interesting. I mean, it was logical. So could you please briefly explain to us, why do we keep our eyes open when we do this easy meditation?
Yeah, sure. As you said, you mentioned about the prayer and all. So I would like to go a brief on this. When we do prayers, usually what the background we get, there may be three reasons. I think that it can be one of them can be, you can just find out if any of them is yours. One of the reason for doing prayers, somewhere or the other, we have made God a demand box or a complaint box.
Very interesting.
Yeah. We go to the temple, mosque or churches, we have some demands and we think that God will fulfill those demands. Or we have some complaints and we want that complaints to be sorted out. Mm-hmm. The second reason with which we go is hi-hello programming. Yes, I see many of the people, they drive their vehicles and in front of the temple, when they are driving, when they arrive near the temple, what they do, they just slow their vehicle, slow down the speed, and just from outside they do hi, hello and move out. It's like they have made a routine to do hi, hello, as if we see a friend, we do hi, hello to them. So that's a hi, hello remembrance they had made, or prayer they had made. Thirdly, there comes that somewhere or the other, we fear that if we don't pray to God, then He may get angry on us, or you can say that due to the fear that we are not doing prayer, some wrong events can happen to us.
That is very true, because that is a driving force for many people to bow down, as you said, as they pass a temple. I have noticed it personally myself.
Yeah.
Whether it is, you're in your four-wheeler or two-wheeler, in your car or your motorcycle, people just slow down. And when they see temples, like you could have like a temple, say, every mile, but they will slow down and bow down to, whatever deity temples there are on the way.
Yeah. So the thing was, it was just a part of routine they were doing, or it was a complaint or demand box they have made, or thirdly, there was a fear. Even I had seen a few very close persons to me who used to do the fasting and prayer because they thought if we won't do, something wrong will happen to us. Or even sometimes it happened that in my class, few of the friends, they used to do fasts, and even they used to bargain with God. God, if you give me this much marks, then I will do this much prasad or this much offerings to you. So somewhere or the other, it was not with the pure intention.
But isn't that the purpose of the prayer, as a common man understands or a common person understands?
That's what we were having the perception initially. But now we can also have the another perspective.
Okay.
There are many new viewers with us. Also, there are the ones who are watching this show regularly. But for the ones who are new viewers over this show, we would like to have a deeper perspective of meditation for them.
Sure.
Prayer and meditation, what's the difference? Few years back, I think about 20-25 years back, we used to have pagers. Remember?
Correct. Yes.
If you have to send some message to the other people that he should contact you, you just have to leave the pager, and when he sees the message and he gets the call, he gets the phone somewhere else, he may call back us or he may give us the message.
Right.
But now, do we use the pagers?
Probably not.
Why? Because now we have the mobiles with us, and that's the updated version, and the pagers have become outdated.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And the logic behind this is, the pager, it was only a one-way communication, but the mobile, it is now the two-way communication.
Oh yeah, that's shedding a lot of light on this issue. Yeah.
So now, till now we were doing prayer, that was a one-way communication. We were speaking whatsoever was on our part to God. But meditation is a talk with God.
Okay.
So here we have two steps in meditation which we'll be seeing later. First one is talk with self, and second part is talk with God.
Okay.
Coming initially, I can give an incidence on it. Once there was a captain of a ship, and that captain of ship, daily his routine was, he used to get up early, he used to meditate by heart to God, and then after that meditation he used to do his work, and he used to let the ship move. Every day the person with him used to observe this, and he used to feel that what's the need of doing this meditation every day. He could have done it when there is need and all.
That's right.
But he just keep on saying. One fine day, the thing happened that there was a storm in the sea, and here it happened so that when the ship was moving and there was a lot of imbalance into the ship, and the person who was accompanying this captain, he said, "Oh captain, just pray to God that we can save ourselves." The captain said, "I have done that part in my morning session. Now it's my session to do the work. I have to save the ship, so I will work on it and not pray this time."
Okay.
So meditation doesn't teach us that when we need it, we pray, but it teaches us, we make it a part of our life so that our lifestyle can be so smooth that at the times of difficulty, we don't have to go haphazard, we don't have to turn ups and downs, but we become calm and do the part of that work at that time.
Sister, there is a certain amount of population, maybe it's a minority, I'm not sure, or it could be a majority, I'm not sure of that either. But there are people who prefer meditation over prayers. At the same time, there are people who prefer prayers over meditation.
Yeah.
So, should a person do both or give up one over the other?
It's an interesting question, and we can move to that answer with a story.
Okay.
Once there was a child of 5 to 6 years, and this child daily he used to come from the school, and after coming from the school he used to keep all his things, bag and all, at the place, and he used to move daily to a garden, and there in the garden he used to sit beneath the tree, and daily he used to talk with God.
Okay.
That God, today my mama said me this, my father scolded me, teacher taught me this, and she also gave me good. My friends did this to me. And daily there was a person who was moving and seeing all these things that the child was doing. One fine day, the person came to the child and said, "Dear, don't you know how to have talk with God?" He said, "No." The child was very innocent and he thought that I would be learning something. And so the person said the child that tomorrow you come to this temple at this much time, I will teach you how to do that. The child said okay. Next day early morning, the child reached the place where the person had called him, and there the person taught him. He said that you just have to fold your hands like this, you have to close your eyes, and now what I say you have to say after me, you narrate it after me. And then he started chanting some shloks, that is a part of Sanskrit wordings, and then after that the shloks were 5 to 6, and when they were finished the person told the child, okay, now it's over, that's how you have to have a connection with God. So the child said, okay, And person said, now you daily come over here. I also come over here. You also come at this time daily. The child very calmly said yes. From next day he started coming. One day again the person saw the child and he asked the child, oh, you are here? The child said yes. Now he said, what were you telling God? Can you please tell me? Then he said, I said the whole A, B, C, D till Z to God and said, God, you know all the shloks, so you arrange them accordingly as you want. I will talk to you the way I wanted to talk
Very
with
nice.
you. Now let's introspect this story. If a person, say for us, if I am there and you are there, daily you ask me, daily you come to me and I come to you, and daily I say one page that is totally by-hearted by me. First day I say that by-hearted page, you will like it. Second day I will come, you feel a bit boring. You will say that, sister, what is this? I have heard it yesterday also. But somehow you will tolerate me. But if daily I come and narrate the same things to you, one fine day you will say me, oh, I am got bored now. I don't want these things, right? Now we can say, how would God be feeling?
But sister, just on the other side of the coin, you know, there are people who have seen results with prayers.
Yeah, of course.
It is accepted, and some people can even attest to it, that they have prayed and they have gotten their answers from the Lord, or their problems have been resolved. And that is why, in my mind, probably where most of the population tends to go towards prayers.
That's very good. That's what we said. Instead of doing nothing, doing something is good. As the pager was there, some work was done at least. But now the mobiles have come, we prefer mobile because now we have two-way. Now what the basic difference between prayer and meditation? Prayer is just we are speaking out to God that we have these problems and we want your help. But meditation is talk with God. When we say speak, there is only one person doing the job. When we say talk, there is a communication between the two. Just like telepathy, you see, sometimes it may happen that you remember some friend or your relative and the phone comes from the opposite side, or they just come to meet you at your home. You say that, oh, I was thinking of you and you are over here. And then we say, sir, telepathic communication.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the same way, meditation is nothing but we match my frequency with God. That is a communication where we match my frequency with God, and that communication itself is meditation. That talk which we make is itself a meditation.
You know what, actually this makes a lot of sense, because so many times it has happened to me where I'll be thinking about my mother.
Yeah.
And believe me, literally like in the next few minutes, she gives me a call. And I'm like, how did you know I was thinking about you? So now that you're explaining it to us with such clarity, it makes a lot of sense that this mother is my biological mother who's limited to me. Like, you know, I'm her child and she's my mother. But God is everybody's parent.
Yeah.
So definitely, why would He not hear us?
And that makes a sense. Here we get one interpretation that can't we make one relationship with God which is very near and closer to my heart? And this near and closer relationship when I make with God, here what the meditation comes or what the remembrance of God comes, it's by heart.
Okay.
So meditation is nothing but loving God.
Oh, how sweet. That's very nice. I like that. Because all of us are always looking for love. You know, at least, I mean, of course, all of us want peace as well, but love is something which is missing. And in this society today, true love, may I add.
Yeah.
So all of us are looking for that. So if we can establish that connection with God.
And we can find that we are getting unconditional love from God.
Okay.
Just as you said, you were remembering your mother, she used to call you. The mother has an unconditional love for the child.
Yes.
But there are some limitations. But here, God, He is unlimited. So with Him, if we have that unconditional love, there we can realize that somehow or the other, He will send some or the other instrument for us to help us, and we will find that problem of ours is solved. What is required is just to have complete trust on Him, complete faith on Him.
Now again, when you're referring to God, are you referring to any deity in particular? Like, are we talking about like Ram or Krishna or Jesus, or in Islamic faith, what are we referring to when you say God? I mean, who is it that I'm establishing a connection with?
It's a very good question, and viewers must also be having this. Here we come that as we are talking about spirituality and not any religion, when we are talking about spirituality, and I said I am a soul who is the energy which is making this body also work. When I say myself a soul, now I have to connect with the Supreme Soul, that is the God, right? Just for an example, we have a mobile, we say it gets discharged daily. What we have to do is we have to make it charge. So here we have the charger and we connect it to the powerhouse so that the electricity flows into it and the energy comes through it. Energy always moves from higher direction to the lower direction. In the same way, the soul, that is the battery, we can say, for example, now it's getting slowly and gradually discharged with lots of work, with lots of negative energies, relationship problems, stress, workouts. Daily we see the battery of the soul getting discharged, but we have never time to charge it, and rather we didn't know what's the charger that will make it charge.
That's true. If we can talk a little bit about easy meditation, because it's almost sounding to me when you talk about, when you give this example about the phone and the battery and connecting it to the outlet, it's almost making a lot of sense to me that this is a process which is happening, meditation is a process which is happening throughout the day, because we get discharged very easily in this world today, and the factors you just mentioned. So when you say, again, going back to our easy meditation aspect of this, how do we keep ourselves in that meditative stage throughout the day?
Yeah, that's it. Firstly, I will cover your initial question of the Supreme Soul, because we said that we will be connected to the Supreme Soul.
Right.
So we have seen in the last episode the soul, how is it? It's a point of light residing over here. Right? In the same way, the father of the soul, now we are having a relationship with God. Along with this, I am covering your question of now also, that how to establish that connection. So Supreme Soul is the father of the soul.
Okay.
Right? What I have to do is, doing my daily work, what I do, see, you said that whenever you were doing something, you used to recall your mother, and your mother used to call you back.
Right.
Here, when I establish this relationship with Father, and I recall him, that Father, I am just doing this and this, you are there with me, I can feel his presence, I can feel his energy within me, I can feel that he is blessing me. As you said, of unconditional love, which is a pure love, and today we see that humans can't satisfy all the things we want. No human can satisfy us with happiness, no human can satisfy with full love, pure love, but unconditional love given by God, unconditional happiness given by God can be felt only through meditation. And this meditation, now I am talking to you, while talking, I am also having my vision that somewhere or the other, the Supreme Soul is showering his blessings on me, and I have to do the same to all, right? I have to transmit this energy, I have to transmit this flow, and I have to be an instrument for this.
But isn't it a little difficult to establish that connection and get self-motivated, knowing that you're connecting with God, which you described as a Supreme Soul? For most of us, it's a rather difficult concept, because first of all, I have to visualize my soul. I'm not able to see my soul.
Not visualize my soul, visualize myself as a soul. That's the mistake we are making.
Okay.
What's happening, as you said, is it difficult? I will say it's not difficult at all. Why were we feeling it difficult? The reason is we were feeling ourselves as the body. There was body consciousness within us. Not only you, the same thing was with me also. Initially, I too used to feel it difficult because I was thinking myself as this body. I was thinking myself as doctor, I am thinking myself as this body or Dr. Donika. When I think myself as this, at that time, what will I remember? I will remember my patients, I will remember my relatives, I will remember the work I have to do. Means, when I think myself as the body, what things will attract me at my thought level? the things related to the body.
Yes.
But as soon as I shift my consciousness from body consciousness to soul consciousness, as soon as I recollect the thoughts that, oh, I am the soul which is making this body run. I am the soul, the energy through which I am doing the work. As soon as I get this thought, now I start connecting that the father of the soul is Supreme Soul. And here the energy flow starts automatically.
Okay.
Means it's not that we have to do hard and fast practice, but it's the internal inspiration, it's the internal realization. The second, the moment I realize myself and accept myself as the soul, and the father of my soul is Supreme Soul, and he is having unconditional love for me, the moment is the moment from where I have now started doing the practical meditation.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, this is giving a lot of clarity, because my very first question to you in our first episode was about what is meditation.
Yeah.
And as we have told the viewers, the more we go into this series, each episode is going to give us more and more clarity of what it is exactly that we are meditating on, what is the purpose of meditation, and what is it that we are going to gain from that. Sister, are there any steps to meditation? Is there anything that you would guide us as to how we reach the stage where we connect?
I would just like to discuss it in 2 steps. These are very easy, and right from a child to any person, even an illiterate person can do it very easily. And these 2 steps are, just as we said, meditation is talk. Now we have to do this in 2 steps. First is talk with self, and second step is talk with God.
Okay. We will definitely take this up in our next episode, because this, again, we are reaching that stage where we are really gaining some understanding about meditation. And this is going to help us in our life. So we will definitely take this up again in our next episode. So thank you for coming to the studio. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
So my friends, today I hope we've gotten some clarity on the difference between prayer and meditation. Both are important aspects of our life, and we have to decide what we are comfortable with, and not only that, what is going to give us a happy life, what is going to help us lead a happy life. We stopped today at 2 steps of meditation, connecting the soul with the Supreme Soul. So let us take this up in our next episode, and we definitely look forward to having you there with us. Once again, if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to write to us, and we'll do our best to write back to you. Thank you for watching us, and see you next time.